Hey everybody, I just wanted to tell you this crazy thing that happened today. I had to I take care of my father and my stepmom, and my dad has some blood issues. Anyway, we went and got his blood checked today, and everything looks better, but that's not what happened. We went and cashed his check at his bank, and he also had a piece of mail that he wanted to mail. So the post office, we live in a small town, is right on the way home. It's just a few blocks away. So here we go to the post office, and I always pull up to the box beside the post office because a lot of times he makes me go in and mail it because he's 87 and he thinks it doesn't really get, you know, if it's real important, that's what I have to do. And that's fine. I do that for him. So we pull up to the box, and one time I messed his hand up because he stuck his hand out before I stopped, and I told him, I said, Daddy, you wait till I stop and roll the window down. So he said, don't worry, I'm not going to do that anymore. But anyway, he goes and puts his envelope in the mailbox. So roll the window up, and I was not paying attention. I usually try to pay attention to everything, you know, because he's not remembering things like he used to. He's 87. He's in, you know, he does other things are really good about his health, but he has a few serious issues. But anyway, we're driving, we turned the block and we're headed home. We were only about 3 blocks away, and he said, oh no. And I said, what is it? He said, do you know what I just did? I said, no, what did you do? He said, I dropped my envelope of cash that we just got from the bank. And my heart sank. Like, has anybody ever done that? I'm thinking, oh my gosh. You know, it was $300. He just cashed his check. That's what he uses for his groceries and stuff. And anyway, I was like, oh my goodness, like, how are we going to get this back? So I have to go back to the post office, go inside, and there's a long line, of course, and there's only one lady working. And so I got up to talk to her, and I was like, she knew I was like in panic mode. And she said, what's the matter? And I told her, I said, my dad, we just came to mail a letter, and he dropped his envelope of cash in the box outside. Is there any way you can get it? And she was so nice. She told the people behind me, because she didn't have anybody to cover her. She said, I'll be right back. And she said, it's okay. She said, you would not believe that this happens all the time. And I said, well, I've never had it happen. Anyway, she was so nice, and she got the cash out, the envelope of cash out of the box. And of course, I gave her the letter that he originally was supposed to mail, and it all turned out okay. But I'm telling you, my heart sank. It just sank. Like, I was like, how? I hope this works out okay, and there's somebody that can help us. But there was, so there's a happy ending to the story. And my dad, he was so upset that he did that. And I said, well, Daddy, I wasn't paying attention. I should have been, but I wasn't. He said, well, you shouldn't have to pay attention. He said, he says, I hope I don't do that again. I said, I hope you don't either. But it was a happy ending. And his platelets, he has ITP, which is immune thrombocytopenia purpura, which means that his body eats his platelets up, and you gotta have platelets. And so he had to have a shot last week, and anyway, his numbers were way up today, and they put him on prednisone, which is just making him feel terrible. But since his platelets were up, they cut that back a little bit. So I hope, you know, he won't feel as bad as he's been feeling. And of course, we have to go every week. But anyway, I just thought I would tell anybody. Has that happened to anybody else? Have you accidentally mailed your envelope of cash? Has that happened to you before? And what was your experience? So anyway, just my little story for today. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.